I'm starting right now. Hi, Glory. How are you?
I'm good.
You're
I'm
exhausted.
good.
Like,
Thank
how's
you.
the voice?
Well, it's still 50-50. So I'm trying to rest it so I can get myself back.
Okay. Now, for those who do not know who Glory is, she is a YouTuber, and I got drawn to her when I saw her highlights, her constant posts about the Big Brother Naija, and I was like, who is this lady? Like I think every 2-3 hours, you're always posting on YouTube, right? Yeah. So how was that for you?
This is me. I am a committer. When
Okay.
I start something, I don't know how to stop until I see the end of it.
Mm.
So I think it's that commitment on my own part that just saw me through. Yeah, because I feel like if I post one video and I give an analysis, there's always something happening on the show. So if I
You're
don't
right.
talk about the next thing that happened, people would get a lot of misconceptions about what happened. So it has to be a consistent thing.
Yeah, because I even at some point I was reading the comment section, people were like, doesn't she have a job? Doesn't she have other things she's doing? How come she's just doing this back to back? And I'm like, ah,
I actually have a job. I actually have several jobs.
okay.
I'm a PR practitioner.
Wow.
Yeah, I do PR for a particular brand.
Understand.
The other thing I do is, of course, my YouTube, and I also have two businesses of my own that I run. The one of the business is the one everybody knows, that I sell vintage scarves,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the next one is I have a food business. So I'm busy, over
Really?
busy,
Wow. And you don't come
extremely
across
busy.
as somebody who, because when you were just giving the updates, I got a lot. I was just reading the comments. I'm like, there's something, there might just be something about this lady that people do not know. And now we know. Let's quickly move to the Big Brother Naija finale. Even though a lot of us knew that that was how it's going to turn out. How did you feel when the way things turned out for the finale? How did you feel? Especially for Nengi's eviction at that point.
The funny thing is, I knew it was going to happen because, to answer your question, first of all, I predicted it,
Yeah,
that
you
V was
did.
going to, first of all, Neil, Nengi, Dorothy, Lakon would win. I already
Hmm.
predicted it.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to happen. But how I knew that that was going to happen, I already knew before the show even started. And I did a video. I clearly stated in that video that there was going to be somebody that was going to come and behave like Tacha and Mercy all in
Yeah.
one. It happened. We had another Mashallah. I said it that we're going.
Yeah.
Completely
That's
predicted
true.
that
That's true. That's
all.
true.
I said that all the housemates we had in Pepper Gang, because of how viral they went and how much of a fan base they were able to draw to
Mhm.
themselves, that we're gonna have the same thing this season, and we
Yeah.
had it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we
Mm-hmm.
had overflow of it, you
Seriously.
know.
That's why when
So
Ozo and Nengi
already
started, I was like, yeah, yeah, we saw this coming already.
that's another mercy. Yeah, that's another mercy, you know. So we had it. We had it.
Do you see now, looking at the way things have gone? Now we have Mercy and Ike right now. Probably they look like they're in a relationship, and then we also have Kafi and Gidoni. So do you think there will probably be a relationship or marriage between these new housemates that just left the Big Brother Niger house? Like, do you think anything like that will happen?
See, first of all, people need to understand that this is showbiz.
Right, right,
Okay,
yes.
this is showbiz, and there's something I've noticed with this new housemates. It's gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I've noticed something with these new housemates. There's this thing of, I want to be in the clique, I want to be in the group.
Okay.
So coming out, I've been seeing a lot of following each other up and down.
Right,
And I'm
right.
asking myself, yeah, I'm sorry, but this is me. I'm just always blunt as it is. I've been seeing a lot of following up and down, and I'm asking myself that, okay, the show has ended. What's gonna happen? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is show number one, and everybody is trying as much as possible to stay in touch with whoever
Yeah,
has the connect. Mm?
yeah.
So going back to, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I guess you understand what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
Now
I've seen
talking
it. I've
about
seen it.
I'm glad you've seen it too.
I've
So
seen
talking
it. I'm
about
like,
marriage,
mm,
I have said this before. If anything like that is going to happen between the two people we know that it might happen with, it's going to come as a result of a lot of pressure.
Okay. So you think
It's going to come as a
Ozo
result
and Nengi coming together might just be okay?
I'm not even talking about Ozo and Nengi now.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about Ozo and Nengi. I'm talking about Erica and Kid Boy, of course.
Yeah. The power couple.
It's going to be as a lot of pressure.
And you think it will not last
and
if that happens?
What I'm saying, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't think anything is real at the moment, because why? These people just keep the house. So everybody wants to maximize the next 1 year to their advantage. Everybody is striving to remain relevant, because the fact is, come next season or next year, there's going to be a lot of people in Naija. The only time the housemates have to be very relevant is the first 3 months. And the first 3 months starts from October. So October, November, December, these housemates has to do the most to remain relevant, to remain in the minds of the viewing public. People are expecting them to do stuff, to go XYZ, to go crazy. And that is what we are seeing at the moment. All these housemates, they are either in one party, or they are celebrating one birthday, or they are doing one thing, or they're organizing one thing together. I think the only person that I have seen so far, maybe I've not really looked at the other housemates because, of course, I've been nursing my throat. But the one housemate that I've noticed that is trying to remove themselves from the crowd is Tolani Badge. You know, so in my opinion, people will do things to remain relevant.
Now, people have even labeled Big Brother Naija this year as boring. I don't think it's boring. In fact, this is one of the Big Brother Naijas I know that I also paid a lot of attention to. And I feel that people are labeling it that way because they didn't see the normal fights between the two top ladies or things like that. Do you think this year's Big Brother Naija was boring as opposed to other years?
I specifically labeled it boring from the part of the organization.
Girl, why now? Because you feel like they were just copying.
I actually explained all of this. I explained all of these in my last YouTube live stream, and I'll say what I said again.
Okay.
If you look at last season, I always use last season because last season was very, very intense. Forget about the fights, forget about the drama from the housemate, but I feel like last season the organizers had enough twists. So when I label it boring, I label it in terms of the fact that there were not enough twists to go around. So the show was left at the mercy of the housemates. That is why you see the housemates going over the top.
Okay.
Neo had to constantly think of pranks and games to play in the house.
Oracle. Okay, I understand.
Erica was doing what she was doing, and she felt she was the content of the show. If Big Brother was introducing different twists, I am not sure that Erica would have thought that she was the show. Because when she had in the first 2 strikes, she made a statement, oh, no wonder. She said that, well, she's doing it to entertain the viewers. If she was not doing what she was doing, how would they be entertained? She made that kind of statement because the organizers were not bringing enough twist. Imagine last season's twist. Do you think this lockdown housemates, do you think they could have handled last season's twist? Last season's twist was bloody.
Oh, it was hot.
It was
I almost went crazy.
You could not even predict anything. Last season, I couldn't predict 90%.
Right.
But I could predict like 50%. This season, it was as if I knew the beginning to the end.
It
was as if I wrote the script. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this season, I labeled it boring not because it was not fun. I enjoyed every single bit of it.
Okay.
In fact, I said it in my YouTube live stream that the housemates, they did so great. They tried. They were the content. Every single housemate had content to bring to the bulk of the work was not left to one housemate. Every single housemate contributed to making the show fun. But in terms of the organizers of the show bringing the twist and bringing different twists and turns, I feel like they lacked in that regard.
What
so
would
that
you be
is why
expecting
I felt like it was.
Okay, but what would you be expecting from the next season? Looking at everything that has happened right now, what's that thing you'd be expecting from next season?
I feel like next season, First of all, they should bring more twists. This
Okay.
season, the housemates were too relaxed. They were too relaxed. The voting process this season, I'll be expecting that next season it should be left to luck and chance.
Okay.
This season, I feel like the housemates they were given a lot of power to determine who stayed and who left. Via that bottom four thing they
Seriously,
did.
I did not, I didn't like it. I was so angry with every other Nigerian because I felt that that's not the way it should be. They are not in the house to entertain the housemates. We are the ones watching. We should be the one to decide who stays and who leaves. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So I just for next season, I just want it to be let the viewer. You see what they did last season to Kafi, Gedoni, Isilomo, and if they could do something like that next season, trust me, it would be great because I think that was the first eviction, very
Yeah,
bloody one as well.
very.
So for next season, what I would suggest is viewers vote, then the bottom four, let it be left to a game of chance.